Well, welcome back to the kitchen. Another beautiful sunny day. And, yep, I'm trying to polish more turds here. Adam's gone and got a rather more modest TV set, and it's a little Bush thing, believe it or not, to replace his Sony. He wasn't going to bother, but he was given this set, so no, we can forgive him for being given something like a modern day Bush. But the only trouble is that, like a lot of these modern TV sets, because the cabinet has no depth. Oh, there goes the Vulcan bomber. They did say that was going to come over this afternoon. Hopefully it'll drop a bomb somewhere. Yeah, the local mosque will be a good start. Anyway, oh God, there he goes again. So what we're trying to do today is to get an improved sound out of this TV set. Now, a while ago, I think it was Vintage Sounds 14 sent him a Ferguson boombox, which was in a bit of a state. And in the end, the only thing to be salvaged out of it really was the speakers. The speakers are quite nice. There's actually a proper cloth surround woofer, and that is a proper tweeter. It's none of your piezo rubbish in this one. They're only rated, well, it says on the back of the larger one, 10 watts. And on the tweeter it's actually got 20, but they do sound rather nice. Well, we spent most of the day trawling round the town trying to find a second-hand pair of computer speakers to whip the amplifier circuit out of, with no joy at all. Deep joy and crappiness. And it's when I came back here and looked in the bathroom, I noticed on top of the bathroom cabinet, which is bloody high up, by the way, a pair of old speakers. I'd forgotten they were there. Shows you how much I know. Are we at the day centre yet? And of course, they're amplified. Now, these are the little speakers that were inside them. They don't sound too bad as they go, but of course, because the speakers are there in the Fergie boombox speakers, they're the ones we're going to use. Now, they must have been quite good, these, quite high quality, because what happens is, unless there's a signal present, the speakers turn off. It's a battery saving feature. You used to see it on some of the better ones. And there's a 3-band graphic equalizer on each speaker and a separate volume control, and you can, if you want to, run them direct rather than amplified. 2 C cells lived in each, and it gave a total of 6 volts, and they run on a rather peculiar jumper cable arrangement here, where you've got one connection does the sound and the other connection does the power, if you see what I mean. But the results so far are encouraging. Not a bad sound at all for what it is. So all that remains to be done now is to find a suitable power supply for it, put these 2 separate circuit boards inside there, find a switch for it, and the well, presumably some kind of a socket like that, which will allow the connection of a regulated power supply, and that's it, I think. The only thing he did do that rather messed us up at first was to glue the back on with no more nails. Now, as they came, the back bulged out quite a bit. So he made that little modification to make them a bit sleeker, let me put it that way. But yeah, it shows promise, so there we are. That's the latest exercise in polishing a turb. We did have a bit of luck, though, in that we found a dead record player dumped with a BSR motorboard on it, and I thought, oh yeah, black motorboard, just the thing. I can fix that ITT thing now, and then I can put the silver motorboard in the ITT in the Amstrad tower system and do away with the awful deck that's in it, because it's a dead fit. I haven't done that for years. It's making me feel quite young. Anyway, see you soon.